Hi, and welcome back again to my channel. Julia here from English Prep Class. How you doing? How are you keeping up? Alrighty, in today's video, I just want to focus on your speaking score. Let's say today's topic is analyzing your speaking score. We know that the speaking module is the first module in the PTE, okay? And people struggle these days. I don't know if anything has changed. I'm yet to find out if something has changed, but I just did the official Pearson mock test and nothing has really changed if you ask me. But you know, the mock test is not the real exam. I don't know if they have kind of tweaked anything in the real exam, and I'm yet to find out. I'm going to find out about that. So I'm just going to be talking about some things I've observed in the speaking module. I'm going to analyze that module and talk about a few things that you should look out for when you're doing this task. Why is there a lot of struggle these days from test takers? And why is everybody saying, oh, Juliet, I want you to focus more on the speaking because I'm having a low score there? I mean, I've had students that have been consistent at having low scores on the speaking module, and I'm a bit concerned. So I just want to talk about a little thing about the scoring of the speaking. Now, we don't know 100% how Pearson scores this. Yeah,
I don't know why it's going on.
I know we say we have for the first two tasks, the read aloud and the repeat sentence. I know we say we have 3 marks for content, 5 marks for pronunciation, and 5 marks for oral fluency. Yeah, then we'll talk about the describe image and retail lecture, where we'll have 5 marks for each of the parameters, which is content, oral fluency, and pronunciation. But at the end of the day, if you try to analyze just doing the read aloud and the repeat sentence, those 2 tasks could help you sit comfortably at about 58 to 60 marks. Yeah, I'm going to be showing the scores here shortly. Yeah, should we then say that read aloud and repeat sentence can help you get 65? Which is absolutely not true. That means that a bit of described image can help you get 65. Then if you want to get your reading score to that 90, all you need to do is you just begin to put in more effort in the described image, the retail lecture, and answer short question. Now, somebody did ask me a question yesterday. He said, if someone gets 79 and someone gets 90, there was a difference? I mean, there's no difference. So that means that if you take out answer short questions, you might not be able to get that 90. Yeah. For them to put that tax there, it means that it also plays a part in your speaking score. Some people want to get 90. Someone like me will strive to get 90 in the speaking, because I mean, why can't I get 90 if that's the highest score? And if I have the capacity, I should be able to do those tasks for me to get 90. Remember that these criteria are where your scores lie. Okay, it's not like some other tasks in the PTE where you'll either be marked correct or incorrectly. For the speaking module precisely, they share the first 4 tasks, which are the read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, and retail lecture. These 3 criteria are very important. That is where your scores are distributed: the contents, the pronunciation, and the fluency. Now, sometimes I hear people say that content is not important.
Wait a minute, who are you?
And I beg to differ. Okay, why do I beg to differ? If the content is not important, why is it that we have 5 marks for content in the described image and the retail lecture? That means that content is important. So take all the tasks seriously. Work towards getting all the scores for your parameter. Don't say I can just ignore the content and still go ahead and get all the scores, because I mean, you want to pass. You don't want to go back and try to pay more money to do this exam, plus the frustration, plus the time for preparation. You know, and you're not even sure that your headset might be working very well on the next test day. You don't even know the people that are going to be surrounding you on the test day, if they're going to be making a lot of noise. So if you're going to go for this exam, give it your best shot. I've been teaching some people recently, and one said, oh, I don't even bother practicing for the read aloud. And I said to her, why would you practice for the read aloud? Okay, if you want to get a high score, you should start with the read aloud, because for you to pass the PTE reading, you have to start passing it from the read aloud, which is the first task in the PTE speaking. Don't take any task for granted. I don't take any parameter for granted. People will say, oh, content is not important. No way. I believe content is important. Content is important. For me, if you ask me, everything should be tried. Everything should be given utmost attention. This is because one read aloud is supposed to give you 13 marks. So if you just don't take the content seriously, you might end up getting 1/3 in content, because for one read aloud, content is 3 marks, oral fluency is 5 marks, and pronunciation is 5 marks. That is 13 marks. 13 good mark. Okay, so you can't say, oh, content is not important, like I hear people say, and I mean, it freaks me out. Okay, so you have to take everything seriously. Take your content seriously, take your oral fluency seriously, take the pronunciation seriously. If you're not from America, if you're not from Canada, if you're not from Australia or these core English speaking countries, you have to try to step up. Okay, you have to try. That's why we see us do things like pronunciation videos, spelling videos, and all that. It's not because we don't have anything to do. No, okay. Even back in our country, growing up in high schools, I remember them teaching me oral English, another way to pronounce words, especially by their sound. Okay, you see my teacher saying, don't say international, say international. You hear them say, don't say basically, say basically. So if these things were not important, they wouldn't have been taught. So if I'm going to speak right, if I'm going to pronounce a word right for me to pass, it's just to pass. I'm going to do it. I mean, I told someone just the other day that, see, when we try to speak to Australians at the place of work or other nationals that are not Nigerians, we'll try to make sure that I will step up in our accents. Yeah, because our accent is totally different from their accent. So if I need to step up my accent, if I need to step up my pronunciation just to pass, I mean, I'm going to give you my best to pass, because 410 Australian dollars is no small money. So why am I struggling with the speaking? Do I need to step up my pronunciation games? Do I need to step up my fluency? Fluency is not necessarily reading too fast, because if you read too fast, it's going to affect your pronunciation score. Let's think about it. What are you not doing right? Are you ignoring your content score? Are you ignoring stepping up your fluency? Or are you reading too fast? Are you really up there? Or are you ignoring how to pronounce words? Because these are the criteria that you should be scored for. Yeah, I teach English. My kids will tell me, oh no, that's not the way we pronounce it. Because I mean, that wasn't the way I was taught to pronounce words, like 100%. Australians have a different way of pronouncing words. But man, if I'm going to learn how to pronounce words like that, you see them say label. Okay, we'll call it label back home, but you hear them say label. Or, you hear them say things like Isaac. You hear them say things like different way we pronounce it. I have to learn how to pronounce these words this way if I need to communicate with them. So sit back. Is your content game okay? Sit back. Make these evaluations, okay? Necessarily not really coming from the teacher or from the tutor. Ask yourself certain questions. Am I pronouncing the words right? Is my oral fluency okay? Am I reading too fast? Am I reading too slow? These are the first things you have to do for yourself, okay? Now people come like, oh no, you're reading too fast, and they'll say, oh, I can't help it, I thought too fast. And I'm like, see, I talk very fast, because people that grew up before me, they talk very fast. So I grew up talking very fast. But when it comes to anything that would make me pass this exam, then I should give it my best, my absolute best. So take your time to ask yourself, am I doing well in my content game? How about my oral fluency? How about my pronunciation? If you've dotted all the I's here and crossed all the T's, then you're good to go to the next question. So which of these tasks am I not doing well on? Do I need to hire a tutor? Do I need to practice this thing on my own? Now, there's nothing wrong in practicing on your own. I mean, I've met people that have gone ahead, practiced these things on their own, and yeah, they passed. But I've met people also that used tutors and they still didn't pass. So you have to evaluate yourself and know where you are. If you need a tutor, if you don't need a tutor, that's okay. If you need a tutor, thumbs up for you. That's still okay. All right. So you check out your content, your oral fluency, your pronunciation. Then the next thing, which of these tasks would give me that score that I need? Is it my read aloud? Is it my repeat sentence? Is it my describe image? How do I need to go about this task? Just know how to go about these things, and then somehow you should be able to step up to that place that you need. Then above all, try the official Pearson mock test. Get a good headset. Make sure you place your microphone very well. And if you do that, you should be able to get about 65. Then if you're really aiming to get 79 or 90 on the dot, you have to put extra work. I said to a student recently, you have to put extra work. You're not going, if you want to get 79 or 90, it's not a stroll in the park. I know people say it's easier to get 90 or 79 the PTE than the IS. Yes, but you have to put extra work. You have to put in the work. It's not like the regular exam. You know what we say? It's English now. I know what to do. Yeah, it's not like the regular English exams we write back home that we didn't used to read for. This one, there are tips. their tricks, their strategies. And the good thing is there are a lot of videos on YouTube that can be of help to you in case you don't need a tutor, but you can pass this task. Okay, you can do well in this task. So don't stress it. Come back, think of what I've said today in this video, and then give it your utmost best, and then you will see your score soaring very high. I'm going to be doing a video on describe image. So I'm going to demonstrate how much marks describe image contributes to the speaking module. That's the next video I'm going to be doing. So we know exactly. I've done how much read aloud, repeat sentence contributes to the speaking module. Now I want to demonstrate how much describe image contributes to the speaking module. This is because describe image is a core speaking module. When I mean core speaking module, I simply try to say that that's the only task in the speaking that gives all its scores to speaking. And we're going to see how that contributes scores to your speaking. Until then, I'll come your way again. My name is Juliet. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, and watch to the end to gain all the knowledge I have shared in this video. I'll see you in another one. Bye.